It comes from Isaiah 41, verse 10. He says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not as dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." My brother-in-law just recently went home to be with the Lord. He was just a few weeks short of 90 years old. And Peg and I were to speak at we spoke at his funeral service. And our job was to remember and talk about all the times that we spent together traveling around the country and his RV with him and his wonderful wife. And as we were remembering all the good times we had, and we spent months, we traveled every place from Alaska to the southern tips of Florida in the RV. We actually flew to the Grand Caymans. On one situation, we were out west enough to Florida to the Grand Canyon, where we flew down into the Grand Canyon with a helicopter. And so we had memories of it just unbelievable, things that we got to see and do, and the fun we had with them that it just was amazing. And so, but as I remembered all that, and we went over the plans to share that during his funeral or homecoming service. Yesterday morning, just before the service, God sort of reminded me of a situation that when we had been at the airport, and we were to fly down to the Grand Cayman Islands. And back in those days, in order to do that, you had to have your birth certificate. And everybody else, Dick and Audrey and Peg and all had their birth certificate. I had a copy of my birth certificate. I didn't. And I thought that was fine. It was good enough for the United States Army, but evidently it wasn't good enough for American Airlines. And so we got up to the cashier to get our tickets for the plane, and we were actually celebrating our 40th anniversary. And the teller at the ticket booth said, I couldn't go. She said that copy of the birth certificate wasn't good enough. I had to have the original. And she said there's just no way that I could go. And we pleaded with her. We talked to her. She said the only thing you can do is the rest, all the three others go and leave me behind, and I would go down to Annapolis and get it straightened out and whatever. And it was just a mess. And she just said, you can do whatever you want to do, but it's nothing's going to work. You're not going. And there's nothing I can do to help you. And so the four of us, right in front of the cashier, in front of the line that was behind us and everything else, we just gathered in a circle and started praying. We just said, God, we just started praying. Lord, we don't know what to do, and God, help. And after we prayed for a period of time, the flight agent turns around and said, maybe I need to go get my supervisor. And so she goes and gets her supervisor. The supervisor comes out. Long story short, they let me sign a piece of paper, which was a temporary birth certificate or whatever. I don't even remember what it was. The bottom line is we all four flew out together. And God reminded me that we were in that. But he also reminded me, he says, I've been with you the whole time. And in Alaska and Colorado and Canada and every place that we've been. We didn't know, sometimes God's with you and you're even praying, but you're not aware of the fact that he's just with you and looking out for you at the same time in such a way. We had, in all those years of traveling together, we had an amazing experiences. And yet, we never had an accident. We didn't get hurt. I mean, God was right there the whole time. And we weren't, I don't want to say we weren't aware of it, but we weren't really consciously aware of how much he was right there with us, looking out for us. And I just want to say the same thing to you. Be aware of the fact that God's right there. If you've given your heart to the Lord, He's there to looking out for you, and He's there to keep you safe as you walk in Him. And don't hold back and just crying out to Him when you get into trouble and when you start going in a situation that you don't know how you're going to get through. Let God know of your situation and just let Him take care of it and show you what to do. He's right there with you. He loves you more than you could ever imagine. He just needs you to know it so that you call upon Him in your times of need. So, Father, I pray for every single person that's in the sound of my voice today. Lord, I thank you for them. I praise you. Let this word, Lord, come to be made so aware to each and every one. Lord, as we consider this word, and I believe this word is for everybody that's listening. When He says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." Let that be a word for you today in whatever you're going through and whatever situation you're in. Keep your eyes and ears open to Him, and don't hesitate to cry out to His name. So, Father, blessing on every single person in the sound of my voice today. I thank you for it in Jesus' name.